The AMC Screen Unseen mystery movie of the night was this movie called Oh Hi, starring Molly Gordon. You might recognize her as Claire from The Bear, which is interesting to kind of see her in this. And you also have Logan Lerman in this. And Logan Lerman, he's been kind of like popping popping out here and there. I do wish he would take more roles because I definitely think he is a very underrated actor. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think he's really attached himself to a franchise or something like that. But this movie was really interesting, and I think the less you know about it, the more enjoyable it is, because it's set up like your typical rom-com where you have Molly's character. She plays Iris, and Logan's character is Isaac. These are a new couple. They've been dating for I think about around 4 months. They go out to just have a weekend to themselves, kind of like this Airbnb kind of situation. It almost set up like it was going to be like a horror movie. It very much felt like that. Reminded me a little bit of Companion, just how that kind of played out. Very much like Companion, actually. And as the movie kind of goes along, you feel like, is this going to turn into Misery, or is this going to turn into Gerald's Game or something like that? And what this movie does that I find fascinating is you have these two characters and how they view each other in the relationship, and it becomes this one big misunderstanding, and the movie just kind of spirals out of control. Not in a bad way, just the scenarios that they get put in is very interesting. And you see Iris's kind of perspective of this, and it's going to be interesting to see how people kind of view this. And a lot of people can relate, a lot of the men, I should say, can relate to Isaac's character and how they view relationships and stuff like that. And that's pretty much the theme of this movie, and how it tackles that is really fascinating. And I like that the humor in this movie is very subtle. It doesn't try to beat you over the head with a bunch of silly jokes and quips and stuff like that. It very much feels very natural. I like the psychological kind of elements that are sprinkled here and there and stuff, and it just makes you kind of think yo, where is this movie going to really go? And it's is this person really who they say they are, or is this just how this person views it, and they're really afraid of expressing their true feelings for this person? Very fascinating stuff with this movie. But like I said, the less you know, the better. And this doesn't come out until the 25th of this month. So if you're looking for a movie that's a non-comic book movie, because I know that's going to be a big week for Fantastic Four, if that's not your speed, then this might be more your speed. Or hell, you might want to do a double feature with your significant other. And I think this is a good date movie as well. But really solid flick, really well directed. The movie is not too long. It doesn't feel drawn out. It's only an hour and 30 minutes, but it's funny at times. It made me chuckle. There's this one specific character that would constantly pop up that always made me laugh whenever he pop up on screen. But I just like how it kind of tackles the whole how we view relationships and what a person's willing to do for that person that they really care about, or show their affection for that person. Really, really dope performance by Molly here. I like her in this. I even like Logan. I even like just the supporting cast that pops up in this as well. Like I said, it's a really solid film. You should definitely go check it out when it does end up coming out in about 2 weeks. I think on the 25th. I think that's where it officially goes wide. But yeah, once again, AMC is delivering with these mystery movies. I think they've been really consistent on the selection of movies they've been choosing. But anyways, let me know if you get around to checking this movie out, your thoughts in the comments below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.